that, we bring in retired Vice Admiral Robert Harward, former Deputy Commander of U.S. Central Command and a member of the Iran Policy Project at the Jewish Institute for National Security of America. Admiral Harward grew up in Iran, went to school in Tehran when he was being educated. Admiral Harward, always good to have you with us. Thank you for joining me today.
Good to be with you, Martha.
So, you know, you look at this, all these tensions that continue to erupt, and we heard General Keane this morning talking about the fact that Iran has fired 2.4 thousand missiles into northern Israel in recent days. Just watch this from General Keane, and I would love to get your response to it, because this is the other side of the story. Iran is asking for this ceasefire in Lebanon, but here's what General Keane had to say.
Since April the 17th to now, the Iranians have fired 2,400 or so missiles and drones into northern Israel in that short span of time. Quite outrageous violation of the ceasefire. We actually have justification right now to go back into military operations. The president is certainly full aware of that.
It's a reaction. What do you think should happen now, Admiral?
Well, I think the general has it exactly right. It highlights the divide you're seeing inside Iran. The IRGC is acting to protect its interests. And I'd be very surprised to see them acquiesce on the nuclear issue, the Straits of Hormuz, and as indicated in Lebanon, support of their surrogates, even while their people are suffering miserably. But you're watching some of the political leaders who are running the negotiation, trying to find space. But at the end of the day, it's going to have to be approved by the IRGC. And until that happens, we'll never get an agreement.
You know, when you look at the basic output from Iran right now, it doesn't look like they're that interested in cooling down the tensions. For one thing, and we can put this map up, Iranian media is reporting that the IRGC has greenlighted the Houthis in Yemen to start attacking vessels in the other key waterway of el-Mandeb in the Strait that you can see on the lower part of this map. And then they have the senior military advisor to Khamenei coming out and saying, look, the Strait of Hormuz is under Iranian management, and that's the way it's going to stay. So is there any indication that they're interested in a deal based on those two data points at least?
Without a doubt, no. The IRGC will never reach a deal on any of those, regardless of the political leadership in Iran, who realizes how much the people are suffering and will continue to suffer until they can get some revenue into the country. But the IRGC remains the center of gravity. They're not going to allow that to happen. They're going to continue to act on their own and what's in their own best interest for survival. So until we acknowledge that and identify and target or establish policy going after the IRGC specifically, we'll never get an enduring peace or any situation that's going to move forward for us and the Iranian people.
Let me just ask you one last question. I think the day that the Ayatollah was taken out in those February 28th strikes, there was a lot of rejoicing on the part of many people in Iran. And yet we are not seeing an uprising. We hear a number of reasons for why that may be, but I think it begs the question whether or not the Iranian people are satisfied with the leadership that they have if we're not seeing that uprising.
They're certainly not satisfied. They hate them. They want to get rid of the IRGC, but they still do not have the tools to fight. They have no guns. They've taken cities and towns before, and then the IRGC rolls in with the besiege and murders them. So again, I do believe targeting of the IRGC and those actions that would enhance the ability of the Iranian people, I'd say about 75 million of the total 90 or 93 million want to get rid of these guys. But until they have some tools and we can help enable them, they're unable to fight the IRGC. Now, this economic blockade and the continuing strangulation of all the resources that go to food, energy, may force them to have no other option it's good. They're going to die one way or the other. So that may be part of the strategy with our administration. Force them to the streets.
Admiral Harward, always great to have you with us. It's a very tense situation indeed. And as you point out, perhaps without real undermining and shakeup in the IRGC, we are going to have a hard time getting to the goal in all of this. But they press on. Thank you very much, Admiral. Good to see you.